on Atlanta. Game 6 of that series Thursday on ESPN from Atlanta. 2 Game 6s for you Thursday night on ESPN. Denver, Minnesota the other. Spurs, if they advance tonight, will play the winner of that matchup. Be fouled by Fox at the foul line.
Destroy. Safety's off. We're not here to make friends. Running out of daylight. Close it down, Black Ops. Just you now. Watch your ass. We got the bomb. Bomb plant in progress. Bomb active. One enemy left. Handle it. Our device was disarmed. Clean it up, Jason. destroy. Eyes up. Systems hot. We're not here for a tour. Time check, Black Ops. Credits are about to roll. You're our last chance. Think smart, move fast. We're not going down on my watch. Get yourself together. Search and destroy. Eliminate the objective. Bomb acquired. Drop the bomb. Get serious, Black Ops. MTC is scraping bottom. We got the bomb. One hostile remaining. We're bringing the bomb online. Charge is set. Enemies have disarmed the bomb. Yep, solid loss. Walk it off.
That was on me. I was trying to run around.
Search and destroy. The guild is hiding something. Let's dig that shit up. One enemy left. Handle it. Okay, guild streak broken. It's a start. Search and destroy. Stay sharp. The guild's up to something. Bomb acquired. Bomb carrier down.
One on B.
We got the bomb. defuse the bomb. Fine, get ready for the next one. Search and destroy. Move to engage all hostiles. Running out of daylight. Close it down, Black Ops. One enemy left. Handle it. Clean work. Reset, reload, do it again. Search and destroy. All units, mission area designated a fuck 'em up zone. We got the bomb. Bomb dropped. Get serious, Black Ops. MTC is scraping bottom.
Hey, he's
Clean it up, Jason. Search and destroy. Defend the objective.
two inside the terrain. One way out.
Time's low. Put your head down and get it done. One hostile remaining. That's a win. Don't get cocky. Search and destroy. Destroy the objective. Bomb acquired.
Coming behind y'all, they're going to our spawn, back in turn, our spawn.
One enemy left. Handle it. Bomb going down. Time check, Black Ops. Credits are about to roll. Bomb is armed. Solid. Do it again so we can get the hell out of here. Search and destroy. You know what we're up against. Keep it tight or we're all screwed. Running out of daylight. Close it down, Black Ops. One hostile remaining.
Train, middle of it, a little room.
Keep pushing. That's 3 in a row. Search and destroy. They know we're here. Go loud, Black Ops.
Deputy activating RCXD.
Time's low. Put your head down and get it done. The enemy planted the bomb.
Pack it up. This offense.
First half shooting for San Antonio, 67%, 7 of 15 from 3. And they held Portland to 4 of 21 from behind the arc. Dave Pash, Doris Burke, George Sedano. Doris, we could spend a ton of time talking about the Spurs offense and what we witnessed in the first half, but their defense equally impressive.
It is. They can apply great pressure out front, and if they happen to get past that initial defender, there's somebody waiting for them in the paint. So Victor Wembanyama just coming over, deterring Donovan Clingan, allows time for recovery. Well, you attempt to use that closeout to attack it. Now, they have tried to lift Victor Wembanyama out of the paint with their offense. Why he's out there on Robert Williams, I concede that one, but he covers so much ground, and then contagious, right? Devin Vassell, the low man, comes over and sends one back.
Since halftime of Game 4, it has been all San Antonio. They were trailing in halftime in Portland by 17. Came back to win, the first team ever to trail by 15 or more at half and win by 15 or more. And then they came out hot tonight, led by 10 in the first few minutes. Avdia now with 18 points to make it an 18-point game. In today's NBA, that is nothing. A whole half to go, but obviously Portland going to have to get some stops along with hitting some threes, which they could not do in the first half. Avdia picks up his second personal foul.
Well, they kept competing, had a decent close to that second quarter, and a nice little set there to get Avdia to his strength.
Castle setting the screen for Vassell, and it's going to go the other way. Castle ball for his first.
Castle is looking at his bench, asking for a challenge. He thinks he took a shot to the head, but it's obviously he's leaving, not staying still.
Avdia with 18, the rest of the team has 29. And a foul called here on Fox on the kick-out attempt. That's his third personal.
Well, watch Denny rethink the drive. We talked about deterring shots. So the reach opens something up, and he's saying, yeah, I don't think I'm going to go there.
He told us there a couple times last game he would challenge Wembanyama to see if his timing was on. And I guess he feels like it's on, so he didn't want to challenge him there. As Klingon misses a three, Henderson trying to track it down, stepped out of bounds. Let's check with George.
Guys, Mitch Johnson told me earlier this season about Victor Wembanyama, just understanding the expectations put on him and how he embraces them. But despite that, he always puts the team first, understanding there's a larger picture both this season and beyond. So he's going to figure out a way to impact the game within the team concept, which is as Spursian as it gets, guys.
It really is. I mean, the way he plays perfectly fits not just this team, but the history of this organization. The youngest ever and first unanimous defensive player of the year in NBA history. And Castle gets trampled by Kamara. Second on him, second team foul.
Well, a couple of possessions in a row where the screening action out front has led to a whistle. This time it's a triple handoff, and Castle absorbs the blow from Kamara. Down the other end there, Klingon takes another three. He's over 3 tonight. That coupled with 3 for 18 in the series, that was their hope, right? That Klingon's three-point shooting. You're thinking this guy can shoot threes. Even if he's league average, it lifts Wemby, but he cannot find that three-point hook.
If you go to Robert Williams, Wembanyama just going to hang in the paint. Although Williams has made some threes in this series, Castle hits a three, and the lead back to 21.
See what I mean about his selectivity? He's only taken 2 threes. They've given him a ton of opportunities.
Holiday around and out. Wembanyama with the board. Castle is very choosy about what threes he takes as they wave it off and call an offensive foul on Castle, his second.
Wow. With some of the physicality we've seen en route to the drive, Mitch Johnson not happy. He's saying Avdia has given us every bit of this. It looks awkward. Was it a travel or an offensive foul? Because that's, to me, with everything we've seen, that's marginal. That's a play-on good bucket.
I'm with you. Nick Booker made the call. So foul his third. The other 2 were offensive fouls, so they don't count against the team foul total.
And Mitch Johnson is doing something really. He's looking at Stefan saying, stop and play. Now Wemby is going over, and Stefan is still after the officials. He's got to get his mind back in it.
Obvious 3, and Wembanyama just jumping in the air. You wonder if that is even impacting the perimeter shots for Portland. That was way off. Wembanyama gets run over by Henderson. His first.
Here's the play you're talking about. It's the Cornet contest. He's taking a book from his teammate. I'd be distracted if an alien were jumping like that at me as well.
Easy to understand how teams start to see ghosts when they play against San Antonio, because even if he's not right in your face, he's lurking somewhere, as we saw on that chase down block against Holiday where it looked like it was going to be the easiest 2 of the night for Portland. Another Blazer foul. That's 14 fouls already. Second on Scoot Henderson. San Antonio trying to move on and play either Denver or Minnesota as the Blazers sink back into the lane, and that allows Cancel a freebie. He shot it better from 3 in the playoffs than he did in the regular season. He's almost 50% now from behind the arc in 5 games. That Denver-Minnesota series, by the way, is 3-2 Wolves. Game 6 ESPN Thursday night after Hawks-Knicks Game 6. Not that time for Castle. Abdi racing downhill. Wembanyama jumped into the air, got a piece of that. Out of bounds, will stay with Portland.
So we're talking about how they're guarding Castle all night. This is playing and checking them. They put the 5-man on the least aggressive, best shooter. Well, Castle says, well, I've taken 2, I've made 1, but the distance is so striking that he's saying, well, you're just letting me take target practice here. That's like a shoot-around shot, nice and comfortable.
And like Dylan Harper, Castle's shooting numbers went up the second half of the season and into the playoffs. Meanwhile, Castle's hurt his hand. He's shaken up.
Is it the same hand? Is it the left hand that seemed to bother him the other night?
He's got it wrapped as well, that left hand. No look pass, Castle to Vassell. 3 no good.
Victor looks a little tired. He's a little slow up the floor. He's going to come back in the picture.
Vassell with the interception. Blazers over their last 6, and they're also turning it over. Champagny, no, but he's fouled on the triple try by Abdia.
So Castle's left hand, there were 2 moments the other night where we thought something happened to him. Now it's got it taped. He's trying to contend with Denny, trying to be physical, and goes right to it.
Usually it looks like it might be below the belt where he's grabbing, even though his left hand was in the vicinity, and it actually looked like friendly fire on the screen from a teammate.
I'm going to trust your word on that.
That hurts, but probably hurts even more when it's coming from a teammate. On the accidental hit, we've got a review here to see if there was a flagrant on the 3-point attempt by Champagny.
An interesting moment, aside from what this review is, okay? Because we've not had quite 4 minutes elapse here. I thought Victor looked tired. You know, he was super slow to come up the floor. Oh, this is what they're looking at here.
He is under him. He is in his landing area, and there's a risk of injury. We'll see if they upgrade that.
Review has been determined that the closeout was a reckless closeout. Therefore, this will be judged a flagrant foul, penalty 1, and will shoot 3 free throws and see the ball through the line of scrimmage.
So back to my point. So they run Victor in like 5 or 6 minute spurts. That little break in the action, you know, he might, I wonder, does he extend it here? Because one thing Mitch Johnson has talked about is like, at that 5-minute mark, he is watching Victor. He wants to know, is he getting up and down the floor quickly? Is he showing any signs of fatigue? And if he is, he lifts him. Now that little brief break to get that review, does he extend minutes here? We'll see.
So this will be the flagrant free throw for Champagny. Got 2 more. Spurs will get possession. Abdi to the bench with 3 fouls, 18 points, lead up to 26. And Champagny missed the 3rd free throw. He's got a team-high 16 points. 4th year out of St. John's. Fox to the bench. But Champagny, like Luke Cornett, guy that is a role player for this team that understands exactly what is expected of him and does it very well. Turnover. Henderson, he soars to the rim and slams. An awkward landing, but he looks all right.
He does give you a glimpse every now and again. Wow.
He was the 3rd pick in the draft the year Wembanyama came out. Brandon Miller drafted in between them, and Miller is having a nice start to his career in Charlotte. Grant. Kamara. Got a three. Timeout, San Antonio.
Just watch Scoot Henderson. Watch this young man's speed. First 3 games, he was north of 40 points. Tough one in game 4. Let you know here, I've got a little bit of hops and speed in terms of the cup.
NBA first round, presented by Popeyes. It's brought to you by Google and Burger King. You rule. Biggest thing with the shoe, I just wanted to wear it off the court and on the court and feel like the versatility. Oh wow, AT&T just credited my bill. I guess the service was out and I didn't even notice. It really is America's best guarantee, huh?
Turns out doing the right thing without someone having to ask is always appreciated. Remember when I told you, Blake, you are enough? And you said, thanks, Ted. And then we had that amazing handshake.
I don't remember that.
Blake, you are enough.
Thanks, Ted.
Why don't you check your pocket? When the connection matters, it has to be AT&T.
Nothing there.
Oh, I was just looking for my phone. The company with America's best guarantee. Arthritis causes pain in your joints. Unlike pills, Voltaren gel is applied to the side of pain, penetrating deep through the skin to the joint, reducing intense pain caused by inflammation so you can move more freely. Voltaren, clinically proven, long-lasting arthritis pain relief.
At Farmers, we know compromises can be compromising.
You stop this?
Yep. Even had a few screws left over.
I think corners can leave you drowning in regret. If it's important, it's not worth compromising. That's why with Farmers, you can get quality and savings. Pay forever, don't. Minus maybe. We are Farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
The championship word is... Yadmore chicken? How many syllables? Yadmore chicken. Yadmore chicken.
Point active.
4.
Sound it out.
Point locked down.
EATMORCHIKIN. More chicken. Correct? That's what we practice.
While our nation's best are giving their blood, sweat, and tears on the bench, we'll be sweating right along with them. Michelob Ultra Zero, the beer, is brewed here. The bench, shining, really big watch. Classic corporate power move. But the real power move, having next level control of shipments across your supply chain.
Hard point.
Mark.
Blue Line, FedEx, the new power move.
They weren't planning on having to replace their brakes today, but they went to AutoZone, where a friendly AutoZoner helped them find a deal on the right parts.
This copyrighted broadcast of the National Basketball Association may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the express written consent of the NBA.
Take a look at the upcoming playoff schedule. Should Portland make a miraculous comeback in force, a Game 6 would be back in Oregon on Thursday, and then if we needed a Game 7, it would be here in San Antonio on Saturday. Or go to NBA.com. We know this for sure. We've got a doubleheader on ESPN tomorrow. Game 5, Raptors and Jazz tied at 2 apiece. The Lakers looking to close out Houston. It all starts at NBA tip-off at 6:30 Eastern.
Joe Gillis, Ryan Rucco in La La Land.
Kevin Durant ruled out for tomorrow night reportedly. As Wembanyama gets into the lane, that's his first miss of the game. He only has taken 4 shots. 7.6 rebounds, 3 blocks for Wembanyama. Durant, 4 blocks now for Wemby, 11 in the last 2 games. Johnson, the Euro and kick. Penny, defender flies by, gives it up, Castle 3, no good. Still plenty of time for Portland, but just 5 of 25 from 3. They need this one here from Grant, and they get it. Here's 12 out of Syracuse. excuse for Jeremy Grant. And they sag off of Castle. Now Holiday goes to Green at the three-point line. Johnson going baseline, around the defender. Shot clock down to 3. Castle kicks it out. Harper got it away in time, and it goes to 3.
He's got 12 on a very efficient 5 for 6 shooting Harper.
He and Castle are combined for 27 on 11 of 16 shooting. Grant's three no good that time. And Klingman and Castle, college teammates battle for the loose ball, out of bounds to the Spurs.
Sometimes you catch a grenade late in the shot clock. Dylan Harper does not have a lot of time. He's got to not only get himself behind the line, but get himself on balance. And Jeremy Grant decides he's going to try to go to the cup. Mr. Wembanyama gets block number 4. This is why you think again about whether or not you want to go in there.
Pedestrian numbers, if you look at what he's done so far in the series, with each game is better than the next. And things we just rarely see in the history of the NBA, what he's been able to do so far in the postseason. And his debut, he had 35, 21 in the first half. That was an NBA playoff record for his debut. And then his first road game of his playoff career was remarkable with 27, 12 rebounds, 7 blocks, 4 steals. And somebody trying to get some rest. Close out the Blazers tonight. See what happens in the Denver-Minnesota series on Thursday. If the Nuggets look to even that series, go back home for Game 7.
He hasn't had to dominate or hunt shots tonight because we've seen him show a level of aggression he has not tonight. But think about it. You've got 3 double-digit scores, another 4 or 5 guys with a minimum of 5 points. We went into half with 1 double-digit score, and they had 65 on the board.
Yes, needed to be assertive, looking for his own. Play good defense, rebound. Kept alive underneath, last touch by Portland.
And Drew Holiday trying to get the bench to look at it and challenge. They can't get Thiago's attention.
And Denny Avdia is actually, along with Thiago Splitter, very upset at the scores table. I think that's why Mark Davis just blew the whistle, because I wonder if Splitter tried to get it in and wasn't getting acknowledged by the officials. And now he's saying, can I challenge it? Let him. Avdia was going to come into the game, and that's why he was at the scores table, and then was upset that they did not allow them to get the challenge.
It felt to me like the bench was trying to get Thiago's attention to challenge it.
So it is a coach's challenge with 5:31 to go in the third quarter. Ruling on the floor is off of Holiday.
Mayday. Race for impact.
Charge! Only in theaters. May 1st. Rated R.
Airmaker is on the move. He cuts inside. He's heading towards the box. He shoots.
When we're out together, dancing cheek to cheek.
Advil liquid gels are faster and stronger than Tylenol rapid release gels. Also from Advil, Advil Targeted Relief, the only topical with 4 powerful pain-fighting ingredients that start working on contact and lasts up to 8 hours.
Hey Meta, when does the storm hit?
Expect rain in an hour.
Okay. I'm driving through LA and I done brought snow. It's shining in and I done brought the road. I did the silence right out the shadow.
We have lift off! Hey Meta, feel this. Hey Meta, post that on Instagram.
Taco Bell's lunchboxes are going to people's heads. Because once they've indulged in the mainstays of the $5 box, the decadence of the $7 box, and the
the abundance of the $9 box?
With its monumental triple-double crunch wrap. They start expecting everything to be as Lux. Don't let the Lux go to your head.
Where's the doorman?
There is no doorman.
That's why we're waiting.
Let's go.